What's up guys, it's Torch here with Jolly Roger Airsoft, and today we're going to be talking about small unit command. So when you be leading in Airsoft, typically you're leading either on the fire team or the squad level. Now what that means is the tactics between the two can vary considerably. For instance, when you're leading a fire team, you're generally operating with a group of people you know and have trained with, versus when you're working with a squad, you're generally working with people who you don't really know quite as well because you've generally just met them. So a fire team is usually no more than 4 to 6 members, times 2 to 6. And those are guys that you've already played with, that you have experience working with, that you probably have some tactics you've ironed out and some hand signals and other things like that. Whereas with a squad, you've generally been put in command of them during that op and specifically for that op. So some of them you won't have met until that day or the moment you're actually starting to fight. So the tactics you use between the two vary. For instance, when you're leading a fire team, your tactics can generally be a lot more advanced and you can use a lot more non-verbal cues and other things of that nature because you guys have worked together and you have a lot of unit cohesion associated with that.
This pebble right here is adorable though.
But when you're leading groups of people you don't really know, you're going to want to keep the tactics very basic. So you want to incorporate things like bounding and flanking and suppressive fire and things that we talk about in these simple tactics videos in order to give your team a better chance of succeeding because the instructions are a lot simpler.
I guess I'm recording now.
With keeping morale in mind, one of the biggest pitfalls of most squad leaders is that they don't lead by example. So a lot of them think, oh, I should stay back and give covering fire for the team while shouting instructions because I'll have a better idea of the field in front of me and I'll be able to give my team more effective commands. When really the psychological message that sends your men is that you're not willing to do what they are about to go out and do, which even in Airsoft has a powerful subtext in it. And so when you're leading a squad, you want to be leading by example because, I hate to say it, but in terms of organization, you're not the most important person out there. Like if you're a lieutenant, it's different and you're commanding a sector as opposed to, whereas if you're a squad leader, you're commanding 10 guys. Your goal is really just to keep them pushing forward. And then also doing things like organizing when people are going to throw smoke and stuff like that is also very good. While not for morale, for practical purposes, it's a lot easier to have men when you order them to throw smoke as opposed to someone throwing it 5 feet in front of your position while you're defending and creating a huge mess.
Being all John Wayne.
What it really comes back to is taking charge and leading by example. And then if you should fall, there are other squad leaders out there who, as long as they're doing the same thing, are able to keep momentum going.
May the force be with you.
The most important thing is that you're up there doing the dirty work with the rest of your team while still maintaining effective command, and that builds a lot of confidence and a lot of leadership, which helps you later on and helps your unit as a whole. So, I'd like you to keep that in mind. This has been Joe with Simple Tactics from Jolly Roger Airsoft, and hope you enjoyed it.